So after witnessing an outflow for 6 straight months from the equity category as per the latest AMFI data, let's also have a look at how the top 3 mutual funds in India have modified their portfolio during the month gone by. Starting off with SBI Mutual Fund, which is India's largest mutual fund by equity assets in excess of 2.7 lakh crores. Their top sector exposure stood towards the financials and utilities space, while their largest sectoral buys came in from consumer discretionary and industrials, and they reduced stake from the financials and real estate space in the previous month. The top 5 buys that they had, Hindalco was the top one, where they had picked up 1.3 crore shares and the stock rallied about 5%. While you had Burger King, which also they had huge subscription to, and the stock has managed to nearly triple from its listing price. IOC, PNB and ITC were the other top 5, where they picked up more than 40 lakh shares each, and barring PNB, the other 2 stocks managed to rally about 4 to 8% each. Looking at the top sells that they had, starting off with Bandhan Bank, 1.7 crore shares that they reduced from their portfolio, the stock managed to rally about 7% Vedanta, they reduced about 84 lakh shares and the stock also managed to rally about 33%. DLF was the other interesting one, where they reduced their stake by 50 lakh shares and the stock rallied nearly 20%. Chola Finance along with BPCL make it into the top 5 selling list, where the stocks also rallied marginally. Now moving on to the Hdfc Mutual Fund portfolio changes. They have equity assets of 1.7 lakh crores, which is mainly exposed towards the financials and the utility space. The largest sectoral buys in the month of December came in terms of industrials as well as healthcare, and the largest sell-offs came in from the financials as well as the material space. Their largest buys that they had during the month came in from the PSU basket, namely Coal India was the biggest one, 1.3 crore shares that they added. Stock rallied about 7% in December, along with SJVN, where they picked up more than 65 lakh shares and the stock also managed to rally about 3% Vodafone Idea, nearly 1 crore shares they purchased during the month, and the stock also managed to give an uptick of 7%, along with financial names which include Equitas Small Finance Bank and Mahindra & Mahindra Financial Services, where they increased their stake by 55 to 65 lakh shares each. In terms of the top 5 selling list, a lot of large cap names feature in this list. Let me start off with the nifty names. You had Power Grid, Hindalco as well as Bharti Airtel, where they reduced their stake significantly, and then you had non-nifty names but still notable in terms of Vedanta as well as Ambuja Cements, which feature in the top 5 list. Lastly, talking about ICICI Prudential Mutual Funds portfolio changes for December 2020, their equity assets also are comparable to Hdfc Mutual Fund at 1.7 lakh crores, while they have top sector exposure towards financials as well as the utility space, and their largest sectoral buys came in from energy as well as communications, whereas the largest sectoral sells came from the materials as well as the consumer staple space. Talking about their largest purchases and sell-offs that they had, Vodafone Idea, starting off with that one, was the largest purchase that they had, 1.4 crore shares that they added, along with GMR Infra, nearly 1 crore shares that they have added. PNB, they added about 80 lakh shares. Birlasoft from the mid-cap IT space was added about 556 lakh shares, and once again you had Mahindra & Mahindra Financial Services, which they also increased their stake by 50 lakh shares or thereabouts. Lastly, talking about the largest sell-offs, many nifty names once again featuring in this list. NTPC and ITC are the ones that I'm referring to, along with Vedanta, Motherson Sumi, and once again SJVN, where they have reduced their stake considerably.